It's coffee time. Oh my gosh, it's been forever. The hotel internet, I know that I complain about this literally every time I leave, to the point that you're probably gonna stop believing me when I say I have the worst luck with hotel internet, but I do. I absolutely do. I tried to upload a thing and it kept like, it would get to the processing point and then it would just sit there. And I was like, is anybody else having problems with their videos not processing? And Jesse was like, nope. I was like, cool, thanks, that's awesome. So I tried that like 3 times in a row and that did not work out. And finally, enough of you suggested, why don't you just take all of the like little bits of footage and smush them all into one video and put it on press hard or whatever you want to do with it and not worry about it. And I was like, okay. So that's what I'm gonna do. And because I don't have my flip cam anymore. Did I ever tell you guys that? My flip cam like finally died real hard. So I used my phone, but since my phone has multiple purposes, it kept dying. So there were many times when I wanted to take footage and didn't. Oh, hello. So yes, but Courtney did a lovely job of taking care of my place. I came home and I was like, it is not in shambles. Well, I mean, it was in shambles, but not like her fault, like my sort of shambles. And it was probably good that I left for a few days and came back, because when I came back, I was like, oh my goodness, I need to just take care of that. So like last night, I got home at like 1 in the morning. And I laid down and I was like, yay, kitties, and yay, my own bed, and yay, 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 right? So all night, the cats were so excited that I was home that they did not let me sleep. Not only that, I was convinced that Watson Kitty would not be able to figure out how to get on the bed because my bed is very tall. I have a bed frame and then I also have just a tall bed, a tall mattress. So I was like, she'll try to get up here, but she won't be able to get up here. So the only one that I have to worry about, like, dropping every toy imaginable on my face is Sherlock. No. She was tenacious. She was quite tenacious. So long last night was just me hearing her, like, jump and fall over and over again. And I was like, I'm not going to lift her up here because then what if she can't get back down? Like, I'll feel bad. So I just let her keep jumping and falling. And eventually, she figured out how to get up there. And now she's up there all the time. And she's like, I'm so tall. It's basically me. So, so then it turned into all night Sherlock bringing balls and mice and just toys of all kinds over to me and dropping them near me. Like, do you want to play? Well, what's happening? And then Watson wanting to lick every part of me, just like burrowing in my neck and like licking all over my face. And I was just like, kitties, I love you both so much, but I just really want to sleep. So I finally got to sleep and woke up around like 7:30. And I was like, okay, I don't have to go in for daily bite today. I basically get the day off, which is very nice. But you know what? I'm going to build that dresser. Now, I bought a dresser before I left and just never built it. So I was like, this is the time. This is the time when I should be building this dresser. So I put together this dresser. Now, the process of putting together like the frame and the actual drawers, easy. Took me no time at all. You know what took forever was putting the drawers on the casters. Now, the reason why is because my arms are not long enough for me to be able to hold it properly so that I can see and then like lean back over here and see. No. I had to finagle real hard and figure out like how to hold these things. I dropped a drawer on my foot. That was the worst. And not only that, but somehow, you know how inside of the casters there's like the little metal framework that holds in the balls that roll along? So for whatever reason, every single time I put a drawer in, I messed that up and it wouldn't go in. And I was like, why? So I would take it back out and like the little ball bearings would be crunched up in there. I was like, how is this happening? How is this happening? I don't understand. So I managed to fix all of those. Thank God for pliers. And now I have drawers. I'm an adult. I have dressers. It's very nice. And then you can see I have my sewing machine out. I started finally sewing the loop onto those drapes that I bought. So I was doing that while I caught up on my anime. And oh my goodness, the newest episode of Attack on Titan is amazing. It is so good. If you're caught up, go watch that episode like immediately. Obviously I couldn't watch it because I was busy. But oh gosh, it is so good. Blew my mind. I was so happy. The newest Silver Spoon is also very good. I also watched the newest Free, and that was kind of heartwarming. So the only one that I have left to watch to catch up on is Danganronpa. I think. Isn't there a new one? There's got to be a new one that I haven't seen yet of Danganronpa. We had the... I mean, some of this will be in my PAX vlog anyway, but I have to tell you. So we all entered into the TowerFall tournament, right? And it was crazy. The people that put that game together are so nice. It's a Brazilian couple, and then Matt, the Canadian guy who like actually made the game. And it is... Okay, cool, there is a new one. And it's like just such a really fun game, and they were all so shocked that we loved it so much. Like, Jeannie and I went over there multiple times, and we were talking about the different variants that we use and how much we love that game, and they were like, oh. And they were just the sweetest people. And so we entered into the tournament, and we had been running around filming a thing called PAX Snap, which if you follow Polaris tweets, you probably saw a scavenger hunt list that was posted. So we turned that into a video where different teams went out and tried to find the things on the scavenger hunt list. So we had been doing that. Lukagen and I were friends. We are friends, but we were also a team. Press balls to continue comes back, and we had been running around for a while. And immediately after we were done filming, Jeannie and I were like, okay, we have 30 minutes to go to the qualifiers and battle, basically, to see if we can get into the actual tournament. So we went there and sat down, and originally we were told that they split up friends, that they don't make friends fight each other. But because we showed up so late and there was no one else that needed to like be in this, it was her and me and two other dudes. We were like, all right, okay, let's do this. It never once occurred to us, I don't think, and I don't know why. We did not treat our enemies as peers, and we should have. Jeannie and I already didn't want to fight each other, and we were already on like a thimble's edge, just like so nervous to compete. And the only person that I was worried about for some reason was Jeannie. I was like, I know Jeannie's real good at this game, and she was thinking the same thing. She was like, Dodger's really good at headhunters, like this is gonna be hard. Meanwhile, dude playing the pink assassin prince was slaughtering, and we couldn't focus enough to be like, we need to kill pink. We need to get rid of that pink guy. Like, it never once occurred to us. So we were both knocked out of the qualifiers, and that guy went on, and we were like, no, we were so sad. But when we went back to watch semifinals and finals, we weren't there for quarterfinals, unfortunately. Quarterfinals is when the rest of the people that were with us got knocked out, which was very sad. So we all were knocked out before semifinals, which tears. And the guy that beat us wound up in the semifinals. So I was like, you know what? I don't feel that bad anymore. I don't feel that bad that we got crushed, because he's a really good player. Like, he got real far in this. And oh my gosh, so the two people that wound... I hope that neither of them ever watch this, because they're going to be so offended by how I imagined them. So the two people that wound up in the finals were awesome. They were so good. One of them I called Brienne of Tarth, because she was like this gorgeous, like, large woman with like kind of Brienne's hairstyle, and I was like, oh yeah, you're dope, I hope you win. And then there was this guy who's like kind of weedy, and I had only ever seen him from the back, and I was like, this guy's got to be like 14. So I was like, okay, we've got Brienne of Tarth and we've got the kid. Like, that's how I was imagining them, and I wanted Brienne to win so badly. She didn't, unfortunately, but I found out later that the guy that did win is like a dev. He's not a child. I was like, I feel so bad, because that's exactly what people do to me. I felt awful, because the number of times that people are like, excuse me, no 14-year-olds in the bar. And I'm like, excuse me, I'm 20. How old am I? 26? Am I 26? Oh, no, I don't even remember. Whatever. I'm a 20-year-old woman, thank you. It's just like, come on. But I did the same thing to this guy that won the tournament, so... Either way, they were both amazing players, and I was so excited to watch them, because we were like, dang, they are on another level. They're seriously on another level. But we got to talk to the devs so much, and they were so cool. I wish that my wallet was nearby. The girl who designed all of the characters, she was just sitting with a little pen and a bunch of blank cards and just drawing the characters and letting people just take them. And so I got a card with my favorite character on it, the green girl. I can't remember her name. But, yeah. So I'm very excited. That was very, very fun, because I never go to conventions and compete in tournaments, ever. And this year, there were a couple different tournaments that I was interested in. Like, I did the Runaway Guys tournament, but, like, I was asked to be in that, right? And then we had the TowerFall tournament. And then I really wanted to also do the Dive Kick tournament, but I didn't. I wish I had. That game is also super fun. But overall, PAX was really fun. And I got to spend a lot of time with a lot of really cool people, which I enjoyed. And this was my first time as, like, Polaris's lady, going and Polaris's lady of the night, going and doing videos for them and all of this other sort of stuff. So it wound up being very fun. I didn't get to hang out as much with Jesse as I normally do, which was sad, but that's okay. We still had a great time, and we got to do the podcast panel, which is up on youtube.com/Polaris if you want to watch the panel that was recorded. And it was filmed very well, and I'm very obnoxious in it, so go check that out. But yeah, it was so sweet. Like, I got a little bit on the last day that we were there, I got a little bit overwhelmed. And, one of the producers, Vinny, who was, like, the nicest guy, he today sent me an email and was like, if you want to take the week off, feel free. If you feel like you need to, like, catch up with stuff, like, we worked you pretty hard. And I was like, aw, Vinny, that's very sweet. I wound up saying no. I wound up saying I'll do Daily Bite, but I'd prefer to not do anything else this week, just so that I can, like, catch up on stuff, because I'm going to be taking the last week of September off anyway to be in my cousin's wedding. So I was like, oh, it would probably be better if, you know, if I didn't take this week off, since I'm going to be taking a week off later. But I can still do Daily Bite in the morning, easy peasy, girl. Yeah, but man, what else? What else has been going on since I got back? Not really anything. But I'm trying to think if there are any other good stories from PAX. My hotel room. I guess I haven't had a chance to tell you about my hotel room either. Man, there have been so many things that you've missed out on. So I accidentally went to the wrong hotel. I went to a hotel that was scheduled off for important people, of which I am not. And I went there thinking that we were all in the same hotel. And I went there and I went to check in, and they handed me key cards, and I went up to my room, and I was like, wow, this is like a pretty schnazzy place. 5-star hotel? Dang, like, And then I get a call from a very frantic gentleman being like, why haven't you checked into the hotel? I was like, I have. He was like, I don't think you have, actually. And I was like, huh? So I had gone to a hotel called the Fairmont, which is where I knew a few people were going to be, so I figured everyone was there. Now, the Fairmont is a very schnazzy 5-star hotel. And I was like, damn. Then it turned out we were all at the Westin, which is another nice hotel, but not the Fairmont, right? So I was very sad to give up my room, but I was like, okay, I'll switch rooms. I'll go to the Westin. That's fine. Get to the Westin. I have a room on the 40th floor, all to myself, with a king-size bed and the most gorgeous view of the Seattle skyline I've ever seen in my life. I was like, this is so much better. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad that I got switched here. And they kept apologizing. They were like, I'm sorry. I'm sure that you, like, really liked that hotel. And I was like, oh, don't even worry. Girl, don't even worry, because my hotel room wound up being amazing. True, I did not have a fancy coffee station in my room anymore, but that's okay. I had a king-size bed and a gorgeous view. So I was not gonna complain whatsoever. And I got to see a few college buddies, which was really, really fun. A bunch of people from Western Oregon University that I went to college with wound up either moving back to Seattle because that's where they originally came from, or moving to Seattle because they just wanted to get out of Oregon, which I understand. And so I had a bunch of different friends that I was able to visit. Unfortunately, Bumbershoot was going on at the same time as PAX. Bumbershoot is like a huge music festival. So there were a few people that I wasn't able to see because they were busy at Bumbershoot. But I did get to see one of my best friends from college, which was really fun. And she and I hung out for a while and watched TV and just like gabbed. And it was really, really cool. I don't know. It's always fun to visit people from the past. And I keep telling her that she should visit me. She hasn't done it yet. So one day you might get a coffee time with Sarah. And that would be fun. One day. I don't know if she probably wouldn't even want to. She would probably not even like being in that video. She'd be like, nope, that's okay. I'd be like, oh, all right. No problem. But yeah, man. Overall, just like, I feel like I worked a lot. I feel like I did a lot during PAX. And took a lot of like little videos that might not make sense together, but that's okay. I'm gonna shove them all together anyway. And I still feel a little like scattered, but I'm not like upset about it. I'm just kind of like, oh, I really need to get a handle on all this. And I was just like, oh, I should think about that stuff and figure all that out. But I'm not like upset about anything, which is good. So yeah, I had a great time, and sorry that I left you guys high and dry for like, what, 5 days? Jeez. But everything's okay here. The kitties are okay. I'm okay. Had a fun time, and I will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye-bye. Mwah.